The clothesline he had just tied was stretched across the entire road. What made him even more terrified was that a group of motorcyclists was speeding toward him. He immediately shouted and gestured for them to stop, but it was all too late. In an instant, all the motorcyclists were split in two. The man continued to painfully regret his actions. A car came into view. It was his female colleague. It turned out she had been researching the game online. She knew he was playing it and kept urging him to stay rational, asking him to come back to the police station with her, but he angrily pushed her away. The elderly woman arrived holding a phone. He took the call. The organizers told him the game was over because he had violated Rule 2, but due to audience voting, they decided to let him continue, so the organizers gave him one more chance. If he succeeded, he would move on to the final two tasks. The 11th task was to choose between his female colleague and a dog. In the end, he used a katana to end the dog's life. His account now held 40 million. If he succeeded in the 12th task, he would receive an additional 50 million. The female colleague, knowing he was in danger, immediately reported the case to the police, but when the police opened the game website, it had turned into a blank page. The only survivor who had witnessed the clothesline dismemberment was the female colleague, so there was no concrete evidence that the man was responsible. Just then, the female colleague saw a piece of paper with 13 written on it on the desk. She immediately realized the man was still continuing the game. As she left the police station, she saw villagers arguing outside. It turned out their cow had been slaughtered with a katana, and its intestines were removed. She suspected the man was behind it. She went to the crime scene and saw the butchered cow, its body too horrific to look at. It had to be the man's task in the 12th round. Then, in the cow shed, she found a small hole. She followed the hole's path and traced it to the man. Meanwhile, the man finally arrived at the final level. Before him stood a large screen. It showed highlights of every round he had completed. Then the lights came on, and a person in a wheelchair appeared on stage. The person's headgear had the number 13 on it. It was clear that this person was the man's ultimate boss.